This is a story of a man named Stanislav. Stanislav was a helicopter pilot for a company where he was pilot 427. His job was simple. He sat in helicopter 427 and flipped switches on the overhead panel. Orders came to him through radio telling him what switch to flip, how long to flip them, and in what order. This is what Pilot 427 has done every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-ripping, Stanislav relished every moment when the orders came in, as though he has been made exactly for this job. And Stanislav was happy. And then one day something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanislav. Something he would never quite forget. He'd been in his helicopter for nearly an hour when he realized not a single one command came to him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanislav found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his seat and had a look around. All of his crewmates were staring in the distance, glassy-eyed. Stanislav decided to begin starting up his helicopter. He reached for the rotor brake on his right. After disengaging the rotor brake, he went on and turned on the batteries. With the batteries on, Stanislav could set the 115-volt inverter to manual. With the inverter on, Stanislav turned to the circuit breakers. The collective snap of the circuit breakers always felt special. After a moment of afterglow, Stanislav proceeded with the fuel system. Stanislav was certainly the kind of person who did not like being on fire. The encouraging hum of the fuel pumps told Stanislav it was time to start the auxiliary power unit. Stanislav opened the fuel shutoffs. Setting the start selector switch, Stanislav felt a spark of excitement in himself. He could do it. His finger shivered above the start button. Hitting the start button, Stanislav waited, holding his breath for the moment of truth. But then the machine came alive, indicators swinging. Although reaching for the rotor brake, Stanislav instead turned on the batteries, which often happens as they look remarkably dissimilar. To correct his mistake, Stanislav reached for the rotor brake once again to lower it. Stanislav was one of those people who liked doing things their way and not follow simple instructions. Engaging the circuit breakers, Stanislav was adamant on not disengaging the rotor brake until the very last moment. This was crucial for his sense of identity. The encouraging hum of the fuel pumps told Stanislav it was time to start the auxiliary power unit. Stanislav was a risk-taker, something of a daredevil, looking for small thrills in life, such as not turning on the fire suppression before disabling the fuel shutoff valves. Stanislav was certainly the kind of person who did not like being on fire. Hitting the start button, Stanislav waited, holding his breath for the moment of truth. As it turns out, after countless days spent in this helicopter, he, in fact, could not start it up. One wonders if he could do it if someone gave him explicit instructions. We will never know.